What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the AMG Podcast. We are back again. The fellas in the house, ready to chop it up. We got your boy Mondo Grimes here with AJ Lavender, Craig Cooper, and Larry Woods. What's going on, fellas? What's happening?
What's happening? What's happening?
Morning.
Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
Top of the morning. Yes, indeed, man. Another day, another week has gone by. Man, where's the year gone? Santa Claus coming soon. Good night, bro. It's already here.
That's crazy.
Oh, yes. Well, speaking of Santa Claus, AMG, we're going to bring some gifts today. Some gifts from my brother. Maybe he's the dark-skinned Santa. You get the...
But he has the beard to represent him.
Yes, he does. We're going to get into another video that we all enjoy. Myron Golden. We are going to talk about what he's speaking of in this video. Brother AJ, go on, hook us up. We can watch it, take some notes, and have a good, healthy conversation, man. Agree, disagree, challenge, affirm, all that good stuff. All right, what we got?
Let's let it roll.
A lot of people don't realize this. Insurance is one of the what's ups in the world. But the reality is, if you don't have some kind of permanent whole life or index universal life insurance policy, you are doing yourself and your family a great disservice. It is a great way to protect yourself against taxes. It is a great way to protect your family's future wealth. You think you're in the insurance business and a real estate investor. You're actually in the wealth creation business and the financial literacy business. And so what you do is you write books on financial literacy and wealth creation, and you create courses and coaching programs on financial literacy and wealth creation, and then you teach people how to use insurance and real estate to fulfill those ends. Because nobody cares what kind of plane they're flying to Hawaii on. They just care that they're flying to Hawaii. And your plane happens to be insurance and real estate. Don't emphasize the plane, emphasize the destination. Here's the reality. A lot of people don't realize.
Let that roll.
Insurance is one of the what's ups in the world. But the reality is, if you don't have some kind of permanent whole life or index universal life insurance policy, you are doing yourself and your family a great disservice. It is a great way to protect yourself against taxes. It is a great way to protect your family's future wealth. You think you're in the insurance business and a real estate investor. You're actually in the wealth creation business and the financial literacy business. And so what you do is you write books on financial literacy and wealth creation, and you create courses and coaching programs on financial literacy and wealth creation, and then you teach people how to use insurance and real estate to fulfill those ends. Because nobody cares what kind of plane they're flying to Hawaii on. They just care that they're flying to Hawaii. And your plane happens to be insurance and real estate. Don't emphasize the plane, emphasize the destination.
Woo. My gosh. Brother Santa bringing the heat. Oh my man. Okay. A lot here, fellas. Obviously. I was writing so fast, my pen ran out, and now I'm writing with a Sharpie, a dry erase marker. That's how bad it got. So, all right, let's jump into this, man. There's so many different things he's speaking of. Let's start with you, Coop, because I want to obviously you and Woods have real estate backgrounds. We're not going to get deep into the real estate part of it unless that's what y'all want to do. I'm not as well versed in that space, but if you guys want to offer that, that's cool. In regards to what he's speaking of, though, what are some of the hot points that when you guys watch this, it really hits you and like, digging that? What was one or two of those things, Coop?
Well, one being, he talks about the destination and not the plane. And, so when people hear insurance, it has such a negative connotation, right? I was in New Orleans a couple of weeks ago, and there was a woman, retired, who has to sell her house because her homeowner's insurance doubled, and she cannot afford it. And so when people go through situations like that, the first thing they hear when you talk about insurance, whether it's, index universal, term, whole, they hear that insurance and they get skittish automatically because they think that the insurance company's out to get me. Right. And so when you're talking about IUL, you're not looking at, don't think about insurance. Think about the long-term effects that it can have from legacy, from market protection. There's so many different avenues where actually an IUL can protect you in a way that other insurance or other wealth accumulation strategies will not.
That's good, dude. That's good. So I'm taking notes off of you. So I like this. Woods, what say you, man? What you got?
I'm gonna piggyback off of that because Craig makes a good point. Insurance is always looked at as the bad guy or the bad product, but at the same time, that goes back to a bad mindset of
Right.
of the tools used to make the world work, the tools used to accumulate wealth. Right? When you're inexperienced in that world, then of course things that are unfamiliar to you, you got a bad mindset about it. So Myron is right on.
Yeah.
Of course, what stood out to me is the whole life and index universal life part of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely true, right? That is a way to accumulate wealth. One's going to give you tax-free benefits, accumulation, tax-free distributions. That's what it's going to give you.
Okay. Taking notes off of you too, brother
As
AJ.
far as real estate,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
that's a no-brainer, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, right.
we can't build enough commercial or real estate properties to accommodate the growth of the city I'm in, at least, or the state that I'm in. I mean, there's construction everywhere. They can't build it fast enough. And prices are not going down, as we all know.
Yeah, well, we know that. You got that right.
So real estate is a good investment. You just have to be smart about it.
Right. Okay.
Like they said, they don't make new land.
Except in Dubai.
Except in Dubai, yeah. Oh man. Actually, you know what? I realize, yeah, AJ, you got real estate experience too. I'm the only joker. So okay, cool. All right. What say you, man? What you got?
One of the things that I think it kind of goes by the wayside, I think, in the beginning of the video because he does dive deep into other pieces, but he said if you don't have anything, you're doing your family a disservice. And I think that hits really hard, but goes underneath the radar. Because in our world, we always, especially now in the social media world, we always hear about, creating wealth, like generational wealth, creating wealth to pass on for your families. And a lot of things, either take whether it be a lot of liquidity, like, or a lot of risk, like starting a new business, learning new skills, creating active income, to then pass down to generations. Life insurance is really the most easiest route, lack of a better term, the most brain dead thing that you can do in order to create wealth for generations go down. Literally, all it takes is you get a consultation, setting up a policy, and then, when that day that you pass, then you have liquidity to pass down. The bareback easiest way to do something. So it's like, whether it be small increments or large increments, just get something in place.
Boy, y'all teed me up. This is like 1999 Tiger Woods, dog. Y'all,
Ooh, that was a magical year. Let's do it.
Woo-wee. Oh man. That's good. All these points are great. So I'm gonna extract what you guys said, and then we'll just keep jumping in and chopping it up. Let's go. I'm gonna start kind of in a order. I think kind of just how I see things. So the disservice part, like you said, AJ. All right. Here's okay. I'm real basic. Like Craig, you know me, man. Like I'm real just bottom level. We ain't gonna complicate it. All right. Well, okay. Let's go back even one more layer. To Woods, you said, it has, and I think both of y'all said it has a negative connotation to it. Insurance. To who? Not everybody.
Not everybody. The consumer with
But I knew what y'all were talking about though.
Yeah.
Like I was tracking right with you. But there's a group of people who are watching this and saying, that sounds weird. But why would someone feel skeptical of life insurance? I love life insurance. It's done wonders for my family. The living benefits, death benefit, is what we've done for. What are these gentlemen talking about? There's a group of people that are saying that. Right? And then there's another group of people that are watching this and saying, yeah, brother Larry, brother Craig, you're right. Yeah, insurance. Yep. Something like that happened to me, Craig. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So I think identifying the mindset, I dare say the people, okay, of okay. So if you're on this side of the fence of skepticism, okay, we probably need to have a educational Zoom call with you if you're open to it to maybe help you break the chains
Mm-hmm.
of financial opportunity bondage. Okay. Then there's the other person over here, we can have a consultation or whatever. But the point is, this individual who's not seeing the truth of what Myron's talking about, there's definitely some people who feel that way. And again, to be fair, Craig, right? Some people they've had some bad situations.
Mhm.
You've been scarred a little bit, been slapped by a circumstance or this, that, and the other. But it doesn't mean that all insurance is bad. It just means that situation was bad, right? That situation. So, but then going into what you said, AJ, about the disservice part, of course. So, keeping it real simple, how many people, if we ask, if we went in a room right now, good fellas, and we said, how many of y'all in here? It's like 100 people in there. How many people in here want to be wealthy or want their family to be wealthy? Everybody raising their hand.
Everybody raise their hand.
Okay. Who is willing? First question, everyone. Who is willing to work 40 years, grind your butt off, and there's a 50-50 or so chance that you're going to create wealth, or if not less percentage, maybe a 40%, 30%, 20% chance, maybe 10% chance, even 10 to 40, that you're going to get that wealth. We're going to give you the job. You go grind your butt off, and there's a 10 to 40% chance your family's going to have generational wealth. Who wants that? It'll be kind of spotty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be spotty. Okay.
It's a chance though. Oof.
Okay. Okay. Second question. How many people in here are willing to pay $100, $200, $500, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, maybe 30,000 a year, whatever your financial situation? How many people are willing to put in some sort of premium, well, even if it's $100 term and you're 30 something years old and it's going to be $1 million death benefit? How many people are willing to pay 30 years of $100 to $500 a month to make sure that your family has 7, 8 figures for the rest of their lives in a trust and protect it and generate wealth? Who wants to sign up for that? You want the grind of 40 years and you can't walk at the end of it? Or let me go ahead and put $300, $400 a month away and make sure my family's wealthy forever. A or B?
Not a hard choice.
Not a hard choice. But then why is it, Woods? It takes an act of Congress to get somebody to move on $300 a month, 400, 500. If you want to talk street conversation here, and I say this with all due respect to the industry, but let's just use some street lingo. Insurance industry is the quickest and the best hustle for you to generate generational wealth.
Yeah.
Period. The end.
Absolutely.
Man, we ain't got nothing. Okay, change that for your kids and your babies and your grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait, man, my parents didn't do this, and my such didn't do this, and my family didn't do this. Okay, what you gonna do? That's the question. You here now. Okay, they're gone. What you gonna do? So it's really interesting. It goes down. Okay, now who's saying that? Right? But oh my gosh, I'm gonna go. I'm Coop. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna poke some nerves. The same person that will pick the 40 years versus the $300, $400, $500 a month, the person that would choose the grind is the same person that will go buy some lottery tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Not sorry. I'm saying, I mean, seriously. So I feel you, man.
And even on the reverse side of it too, because I look at it from my perspective, right? So I had a grandfather, traditional Portuguese, came down, always resembled hard work. You work hard, again, exactly. You work hard for your whole life. You soak in retirement, you put money in the bank, and you
Yep.
save it. So when you pass away, that money in the bank is passed on to your family. But from being in the industry, and of course, like growing up, you're thinking like, yeah, that's a smart idea. You know what I mean? Save as much money as you can, and then you use it further, right?
Mhm.
But coming in the industry and everything, looking at that, I look at when he passed away, and of course, my mom and her siblings were, good, decently well off when it came to that part. But then I looked at it in the sense that my grandfather really never enjoyed the money that he had because he just put it in savings and never used it. So I looked at the opposite, like, man, what if he would have just got an insurance policy, a whole life policy for a set increment that he wanted to give to his kids. He knows those payments are going to be coming out. He sets aside that money, but then the rest of the money that he could just use, right? Whether it be going on vacations during his later years or doing whatever he wants instead of being almost like a money hoarder because at that point, money is not a tool anymore. It's representation of his time, right? So like you said, like, would you rather grind for, 40 years? Well, to a person that did grind for 40, 50 years, that money is like, that's my life, literally.
Literally.
Like all the time I spend my entire life is for
Yeah.
this pocket, right?
Right.
And then that's when you start getting like that scarce mindset of, oh, do I want to use this? Because now it's not in the mindset of money is a tool to build more. It's money is
It
literally a
represents
representation of
your
my
life.
entire life.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. That's a phenomenal point, and which is totally fair if that is someone's reality. I love the idea that Myron was talking about with the the plane and the destination, fellas. Yeah, I think most of y'all said that. I mean that hit right there. Woods, do you care how you got there, whether it be foot, fly, train, plane, auto, whatever? But if you chilling in Hawaii or wherever you want a vacation, are you stressing about, well, man, it was a 747. It wasn't a private jet. I, Hawaii sucks. It's like, what?
No stress. No stress on this end.
Like what are we talking about? Right? You know,
As long as we get there, there ain't no stress.
as long as we get there. And that's one of the things that, if we really render that down, and we talk to a lot of people, all different financial acumen and literacy and all that fun stuff, man. And one particular conversation is interesting, and it's the people who they're not where they want to be. Okay, they have a pretty clear idea of where they want to go. And then when a new, and I'm gonna put that in quotes, a new concept that they weren't aware of before is introduced to them, they take some tweezers and they pull out every thread of it, trying to inspect it before they believe it. And by the time they get done doing this, there's nothing left. Right? But what's interesting is it fair to say the situation that one may be in, partly, part of the reason why you're in it, is because you didn't know of vehicles like this. Because you were not educated or aware of vehicles like this. That's fair, I think. So if that's the case, why are we picking it apart? You know what I mean? Like, okay, okay, go ahead, Woods. Go ahead, and I'll jump in. What you got?
It's foreign to them.
Uh-huh.
It's a new thing. It's foreign, and it goes against their whole mindset of what they've been taught all their life.
Which that mindset has created the environment they're in right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's insanity,
It's
in my opinion.
So
Right?
it ain't like we don't get it, right? Because if you're pulling at it with tweezers, every little thing,
Mm-hmm.
that means you don't have any extra to even try it.
Ooh, extra this.
Yes, there's no extra liquidity to even try it. So you're
Yes.
you're putting it under a microscope, right?
Right.
And doubting you've been doubting yourself.
Mm,
Now you're doubting everything that comes your way that could possibly help. You're dissecting it
yeah. Yeah.
because you don't have the extra liquidity to even try it to see if it works and changes your mindset. A lot of people like to see it first, right?
Right. Yes.
Here's the big thing. Them same people that has all this doubt, has the mindset of, nah, I never heard of it.
Mhm.
I'm the smartest person in the room on that. That's
Dope. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'm with you. Yep.
right. If we were to take 5 people who have made millions and put them in their face and tell them, hey, this stuff works, I believe it is a 20% chance that they would still move forward.
Yeah.
Because until you break the mindset,
Yeah.
and I don't know if we become, therapists at that point. I don't want to be a therapist.
I feel you, man. Yeah, yeah.
I want to free them up of this burden of leaving wealth behind for their family.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're circling right back. This is kind of where Myron was going, back to mindset.
Is there a financial therapist in the world?
It's gotta be.
Financial therapy, the next niche.
Fix your life.
We'll fix your financial life. Your mindset first.
It's Larry, to kind of like go back and to set it like in more of a more recent terms. That's the way I saw it with, like, for instance, I'm in the Bitcoin space too. That's the exact same realm it was. Like back in 2017, when, let's say in Canadian dollars, it was 12.5 for a Bitcoin. People were like, $12,500. Are you crazy? And then all of a sudden it shot up to 52. Oh man, I'm too late now. I'm not getting in there. It's crazy. Bitcoin crashes down to 32. Oh, see, I told you it was a scam. See, and then all of a sudden it jumps up to 81. Oh, see, you got lucky, but it's way too much now that I can't get into it.
Oh my God.
Drops down to 22. See, if I would have gotten that 81, I would have lost all my money. Then it goes up to 121. Oh, see, I'm too late. Can't do it anymore. It's like,
you can't win. You
can't win. Dude, I want to clip that part, AJ, and just maybe put that in the waiting room when people are waiting on Zoom calls for us. Just let AJ. That's the preview before the Zoom call.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's great because it's like you said, it's in that mindset. Like no matter what, you could say in the course of the Bitcoin, it was like, it's on sale. Get it now before it jumps back up again. Oh no, because what if it goes from 21 to 15? And then all of a sudden it goes up to the high. It's like, well, you should get it now before it goes up. Or if you get it crash, you wait. Oh, I can't do that. That's too risky. It's like you just can't win because it's the mindset. This is totally gone.
Talk negative that is 22. How about go buy it? It's 22.
Yeah. And the crazy thing, you could have bought a portion of it. You can
buy a portion.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it just represents what it is at that current state.
Well, it's that what paralysis by overanalysis. It's it's victim mentality all wrapped in one.
Yeah.
And in excuses. You know what I mean? Those things, like you're blaming all these external things you can't control for the reason why you aren't moving your feet, the thing you can control. I can say that better. If the only reason you're moving your feet is based upon what's happening out there and what's not happening, you don't want it.
No.
You don't want it. You don't. Man, I'm looking at this other part that he was talking about. I want to go back to the plane and destination thing. And I thought of this crazy illustration. So, people say, yeah, I hear that's fancy what it said. Don't think about the plane, think about the death. No one cares about how you got there. It's about where you are. Yeah, I get that. And I agree. If someone broke in your house, okay, and you needed your wife and children to be protected and taken care of, that's the end result. If this were to happen, I need this to happen to be protected. Do you care if I happen to be visiting, right? If I'm visiting, you went to the store, okay? I'm at the house with the wife and the kids, hanging out, cooking, grilling, whatever. Somebody comes in and tries to harm us in your house. Do you care what I use to accomplish the goal of protecting your family? Do you care if it's a knife? Do you care if it's a gun? Do you care if it's a skillet? If you care it's hot grits I throw in his face like Al Green? Do you care? do you care what I use to accomplish the goal of protecting Larry Woods' family? Do you care?
I do not care. Proceed with extreme prejudice.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I know that sounds extreme and crazy. It's like that's accomplishing the goal that you have. I don't care what you use. Well, I never shot a gun before. Grab it, point, and pull. Try it on him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right.
in the moment. Now let's extreme. Bring it back to this. You're looking at financial vehicles and different things and tools and opportunities. Like you said, Woods, try it. Jump in. You tried relationships. I don't go down that rabbit hole. You done tried different types of housing, apartments, townhouses, single family homes, whatever, condos. You done tried different vehicles. You done tried different types of clothes. You might even try different types of schools. I can keep going.
Jobs, part-time, full-time.
Jobs. Come on. And I think would you say scarcity is a big part of it too, right? Like, like, okay. I heard someone say this. He said, "Man, if I had $1 million, I could easily put up 10% and put it invest in something." Because I said, "Okay, can you do that with 100? Not 100,000. Talking about $100. Like, could you take $10 and go invest in something for your family with well, man, $100. I mean, that's really. I mean, I need that. See, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same percentage,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
whether it's 10% is $10 or that 10% is 100,000. It's the same percentage. So why is it the one with the $100,000 is like, yeah, let's move and shake and put it in here, and the one with the $10 is like, Craig, I don't know.
It's because they don't value the end goal.
Mm-hmm.
The end goal is legacy, right? Building wealth for the people that comes behind you, leaving wealth for their family. You don't value that.
Can anyone say it more plain than he just did? I don't think so.
You don't value it.
I don't think you can.
If you're not willing to invest in it, you don't value it.
You don't value it, yeah.
And this is insurance is an easy way to invest in it. Easy way to invest in it.
I heard this a while ago. This is years ago, AJ. It was guy said this was more, well, it's the same thing with insurance in general, but it's insurance industry. And this guy said, you don't buy insurance for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most selfless acts you can do as an adult is to take care of people when you're gone. Someone told me, what's being a man? What's a man? What does that look like, Mondo? What's being a man? Describe what is that? I'm like, it's a true story. Yeah, I was like, oh man, I said all the typical stuff, Coop. You take care of your family, work hard, protect them, all the typical, shelf stuff, right? He said, yeah, okay. He said, you're leaving something very important out though. I said, what's that? He said, a real man is not only does that, but he also makes sure his family's taken care of when he's gone. When he gets up out of here and that heart stops beating, and he's cremated, buried, whatever he is, and he's gone, and his family's still good, that's being a man. That's being a man. Take care of him when you're not even here. I was like, man, that hit me in the gut. So true. Very simple, right? Very simple. But it's like, when you look at it that way, when you buy this, now the great thing about some of the products we offer is that it does both.
Right.
Right? I've heard people say, well, I don't need to get this. My kids are fine. What in the world does that mean?
Right.
I think a code word is I'm selfish and I want to use my money while I'm here, and whatever happens to me after that, I'm gone. I don't care what happens to them. I'm gone. That's really what that says.
I had a client tell me that.
Wow.
And I ended the Zoom call.
And there's that.
We don't need to go no further.
That's it. That's it. Because if like, okay, first of all, if you got a product that we have, permanent life insurance, where they have living benefits and death benefit, obviously, you get the best of both worlds. There are some. I think all insurance really gives you both benefits. Even if it's a term, it may not be living benefits directly with the contract, but there is a benefit while you're living, knowing that you got peace of mind, knowing that's a massive benefit, Coop. Peace, dude. Who would go buy peace of mind out of a can if you could?
Yeah, right.
Everybody would.
Well, Mondo, some people, again, it's this that mindset, it's that mentality. Some people think that they have peace of mind because I've got free insurance, life insurance from my job. You know, I've got
Mhm.
term policy. My family's good. Without realizing that typically that life insurance from your job is about 50,000 or so.
Right.
Your term, I mean, most term policies, terminate.
Right.
So no, you're not actually protecting your family
No.
as much as you think, anyway.
Well, because that's called. Would you say, guys? That's the check in the box mentality.
Yeah,
Check.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I got insurance through my job. Check. Okay. Question. That's cool. That's a benefit they offer. Awesome. Take it. Right. So nothing wrong with that. Would you have insurance if you didn't work there?
Oof.
Mhm.
Great question.
If you had to pay for it? I don't know that answer. Only person watching, you can answer that yourself.
The craziest
What?
thing is sometimes even on people's checks they still pay for, but they just don't notice.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And then there's
yeah.
that. Exactly. Exactly. It's one of the most selfless acts you can do as a human is to it's smart, but it's selfless. It's empowering. It's life-giving to those after you've died and passed on and you left a legacy. There's so many benefits. And if you're looking at, okay, man, and if you're one of those individuals that's like, man, my family's been in poverty for X amount of time and decades and centuries, and man, we just trying to get out of this grind and really excel. And I want to be the one, and I'm going to do it. I got ideas. I got this, and that's great, man. Take that ambition, put it to work, do all those phenomenal things, take action versus sitting around thinking all the time. Take action. But you got an ace in the hole, buddy, called insurance. You can hustle. You can get your food truck. You can start that business. You can be a real estate investor. You could do all these other things. You could work at a W-2 job and just be a phenomenal saver and investor. Do that and go hard at it. But you got an ace in the hole that's going to guarantee generational wealth. And it's called you putting in a little bit of piece out of your monthly check, your income, into some life insurance that's going to ensure that your family has a benefit and take care of them for generations to come. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing, but it's selfless. We live in a
And one,
very selfish society, Woods.
Oh my God.
and one of the biggest ones that kind of helped that visualization was when we're in the final expense market full
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
And when you talking about when you hear those testimonies from people that are living under the property line, and like I said, they when people normally pass away, it's food drives, cookouts, doing
Right.
plates,
Raising funds. Yeah.
GoFundMe accounts,
Yep.
right? They don't have money to bury grandma, mom, dad for 15, 20,000.
Hmm.
So when we see someone that is paying as small as, let's say, 25 to $50 a month, and then when that inevitable date comes, and that person that would have crashed their whole life,
Hmm.
15 grand, you know what I mean? Because they're already living, paycheck to paycheck as well. When you tell them that, the person, whether it be their grandparent, their parent, set something up for them, that way they don't have to come up with that money. It's the joy and the relief, and like you said, that peace of mind that just comes off
Hmm.
their shoulders, and you hear it in their voice. Like
Yes.
the body language through the phone call is you can't make that up.
I've seen both sides of it. And as we close, Woods, using use my minister talk.
Hmm.
Uh, so I've seen both sides. I'm sure you guys have too. The family that person that took care of their business and their family is, they lost their loved one, but boy, they're taken care of financially. They're set up. We've seen those beautiful stories, and we'll continue to see those. We've also seen the flip side of that coin, where people have not taken care of their business for their family, seeing what that looks like. I would tell you, it is so sad to see individuals who make a conscious decision to not set up the future and how that plays out. To I sat with I'll end with this, man. I sat with the family one time. Dude, I had a hard time talking about it. They asked me to come over, and this guy named his name was Larry. Larry Woods. His name was Larry.
Mm.
And man, we were talking about it, went through everything, and brother Larry wouldn't do it. And he knew he needed to though, but he just kept overthinking. Had the tweezers out. Was pulling. Talked himself out of it. At the same time, I was over there because of him.
Mm-hmm.
You see the weird pickle there? It's like I'm here for you because you asked me to. Now I'm here. You're dissecting this thing to where now it's just mush, and you're like, I don't know. I'm no. So there's something he wasn't saying that he valued more than protecting his daughter Stephanie. Okay. So sometime later, I get a phone call from a young lady named Stephanie. She says, "Hey, I have this your business card, and I have this insurance policy. My dad passed away, and I need to file a claim." And I said, "Oh, who's your parent?" She said, "Larry." Told me his last name. I said, "Okay," and I said, I started thinking. I was like, "Wait a second. Please don't tell me that's the guy that never pulled the trigger. Please don't tell me that's the guy." So I said, "Can I call you back?" So I called the company, found out he's not on the books. I'm like, "That's the guy." I looked up at his address. I went on my little map on my phone. I said, "Yep, that's the guy." That's the guy I sat on the porch with a hot July summer. He asked me to come over there, sat with him for 2.5 hours, and he still didn't do it because he was taking the whole time pulling it apart. He dies. Stephanie thinks that she has a policy, or he had a policy, and she's the beneficiary. Why? Because she found the white folder that I left, and she found my business card. In her mind, that was an insurance policy, correct? So I had to call her back and tell her what?
It's a tough call.
Man, that's one of the toughest phone calls I've ever made, man. There's nothing we can do for you. Your dad never took out the policy on himself. I'm sorry. The scream of disappointment and tears that I heard on the other side of the phone, I can't unhear that, man. And this was probably 10 years ago now.
Mm.
And it still bothers me. You know, if if you're a human and you care about your family a little bit, my challenge to you is to think about your people that you love the most. If you died in 2 minutes, what are they going through? Don't hide from it. Don't put your head in the ground like an ostrich and act like can't nobody see you. No, we see you not taking care of your business. We see you. What happens if you die right now? What to them? What's their world look like for the next day, week, month, the rest of their life? What does it look like? Can you do anything positive to level the road a little bit for them, man? They already lost their favorite uncle, their dad, their mom, their sister, their brother, whoever. What can we do as responsible human beings in a selfless way, most selfless way possible, to pay it forward and take care of the generations to come, our family, whatever? Because I know, guess what? I'm not going to put a funeral and all my debt and different things like that on and make that responsibility of people around me. How selfish is that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So let's be grown. Let's be responsible. Let's just take care of our people. Don't do that. What you say, AJ? Don't be a disservice to your family. All right. And let's handle our business, man. Let's do it. Guys, I love this. This is fantastic. It's real, straight between the eyes. I love what you always say, Woods. Put the cookies down where everybody can reach them.
Everybody can reach him.
It's like,
I like that.
So with that said, any last words, fellas, before we roll out of here, man?
Happy holidays.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Holidays.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, well, with that said, we're going to wrap it up, get out of here. You guys have a phenomenal day. If you need to reach out to us, you can hit us up. info@amg-associates.com, or DM us through YouTube. Reach out on IG, whatever way you know how to get a hold of us. You'll see emails and different things flying around. So till the next time, we'll let the holidays fly through. Enjoy your Christmas time with your family. And while you're looking at your family and spending time with your family, start thinking about what I said about your family.
Well said.
And move those feet and fingers and do something. Christmas time, the holiday time, is where family members die the most. You think I'm lying? Look it up. You know why? Stress, depression. Why? Finances. Because everybody going broke trying to buy Christmas gifts. Okay? And I say that generally. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me start up and get off my soapbox. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you top of the year. Y'all have a good one. See ya.